Hi Stampers, NetteP coming to you from Warnersville, Pennsylvania, nettepstamping.com. .com. Okay, I'm trying something a little bit different today. I had someone look at one of my videos and they told me that I wasn't bright enough, so I should have more light in the picture. So I got another light and it's shining right at me, right in my face, and I don't know that it's going to make me any brighter, but hey, we'll give anything a try, right? I have my doubts. Anyway, what I want to do today is I want to show you, I showed you the last time the video for this card. There's 3 cards in the card kit that I'm sending out and that people are ordering from me, and I just want to do a quick run through of the last 2 cards just so that if you purchase the kit you can see what all the parts are for, what everything happens. I did include instructions with the kit, but I thought this would make it a little bit easier, so that's where we're going to go. Later I want to make another video with some tips and tricks, so we'll get to that later. But for now, I'm going to try and get 2 cards done, so I'm going to talk fast. Switching the camera down. On the work surface, it looks like that worked. You should be watching me at www.nettepstamping.com. I also have a YouTube channel, which just sounds kind of funny to me, but anyway, and that's NetteP Stamping also. So you may be watching it from there. So if you have questions, you can get me at nettep2020@gmail.com. This is the host code for November, so if you place an order, please use that host code if your order is under $150. If it's over $150, you get the Stampin' Rewards, so you don't use that host code. Okay, let's get to it. So today's card is going to look like this when it's finished. What this is, and I have already done this for you in the kit. Here's how you're going to get your kit. All these pieces are going to be all together folded in the base. You're going to have a shaded spruce base. You're going to have a whisper white embossed piece. You are going to have 1 gold foil embossed piece. And you are going to have 1 of each of these. This is a ribbon card. I showed you how to do a ribbon card once before, but this is going to be just a real quick refresher. So, oh, and you're also, in your kit, you also have a couple of these little flake, or just a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 white, or yours might have the flakes on it. That's for your inside. Okay, so you can get to that. You're going to stamp that and glue it inside. Anyway, what you're going to do here with this, the best way to do this is to use the green glue, the Tombow. Take your foil and glue it over top of the white. Match up. What I did when I made these kits is I made 1 gold foil, cut it in half. So one of your cards is going to be, one of your pieces of foil is going to cover this side of the card. The other piece of foil is going to cover this side of the card. If you don't do it right, you're probably never going to notice it, but I just thought I'd point that out for you. So this is the piece that goes on this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Tombow glue, and I'm using Tombow because you have a lot of ridges and indentations on this, and I think the Tombow covers that better. Okay, so you're going to put that on there and smooth it down. That smushes the glue to get into all your corners and ridges and everywhere else and makes it set nicer. Okay, then you're going to take your green ribbon and it's going to go right over that seam. So what you're going to do is you're going to Scotch tape it on the back at the top. Take a piece of tape, tape it down, turn it back around, take the green label. This was cut using the Label Me Lovely punch. And then I used the Label Me Fancy punch for this part and to put those holes in the ribbon. There's more, you'll see how to do that back on my blog. Back over the summer I made it with a tropical background, so you can look for that. And just slide your ribbon through the holes. Bring it down to the other side. Take it around the back and tape it down. Like so. Then you're going to take your Tombow glue again. And you're going to cover the whole back. And you're going to put that on your shaded spruce card base. Okay. Now, I told you could pretty much use any Christmas stamp that you have. Make sure that your stamp is going to fit, your greeting is going to fit on this label punch, which I know that this is because it's what I used before. You're going to take shaded spruce because it matches the card base. If you don't have shaded spruce, you can use whatever color you have that you think is going to work. And stamp it on the middle. And okay, two things that I do here is first I take a glue dot and put it underneath this part just to make that stay still so it doesn't slide up and down. If the sliding up and down doesn't bother you, you don't have to do this. I don't like it moving, so. And I didn't put in, oh, I got the ribbon. I didn't get the label. That time I got the label. Okay, for this part I used some dimensionals. So, and I'm using mini dimensionals, put one in each corner, one in the middle. I got a whole bunch there. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that right there. Now, if you want to get fancy, and I should have showed you this before I glued the ribbon on, but what I did on my sample card is I took one of these sponges and I dipped it in a little bit of the shaded spruce stamp pad and wipe it off here. And then just very, very lightly go over this. Now, I did that very lightly because I really didn't want to be able to see it too much. Okay, but it's not necessary. If you want to leave it white, you can leave it white. You can go as dark as you want with it. I even got some on the white label and it doesn't look bad. Okay, so that's that. That one was an easy one. And the next one, oh, and then of course you put your inside. Now, I always like to stamp something on the inside, so any kind of Christmas type of greeting or Christmas picture or anything like that you have, stamp it on here before you glue it in, and then glue it in, and you're good to go. So that's the second card. The third card, again, is a fairly easy card. Just this one doesn't have quite as many moving parts. I gave you a piece of blue for a base, and I gave you a piece of old olive for a base, and I gave you some pretty foil paper to use. What you're going to do is you're going to glue the foil to the base. There's a piece of ribbon. And this is already cut for you and ready to go. Unfortunately, I didn't cut mine. Oops. And I just put it there to just kind of look nice. You can stick it with glue dots. You can stick it with whatever kind of glue you want to. I always think glue dots hold the ribbon fairly nice though. So you just stick that down there. Now, the next thing I did was I did throw a couple extra trees in just in case you didn't like the original ones you got, but I put those on dimensionals. Oh, actually, I glued the first one down. The second one I put on dimensionals, but now I've put that on dimensionals too, so it doesn't really matter. Just put it on there however you think it looks nicest. When you use dimensionals, you need to expose the sticky part or it just won't work. Trust me on that. Okay, stick that down like that. Then I used Christmas cheer, but you can use anything you want to use here. You have two options. This is Old Olive, the cardstock. So you can use Old Olive, or you can put it on a piece of light colored, whatever. I use Very Vanilla, and I gave you a piece of Very Vanilla to use for this. But you could go right on there if you wanted to, too. That's up to you. Stamp your greeting. And then do something, you can flag your ends. You can either cut in the middle and then go corner to the middle like that. If you happen to have a punch to do this, you can do that. That makes it really easy. I do have the punch, but I just wanted to show you how to do this. So you cut up this to the center and then take your corners to each side, and that's how it looks. And don't put your hand in the stamp pad like I just did. I am just a catastrophe waiting to happen today. I've been doing silly things like that all day. Okay, so I'm going to close up my stamp pad so I don't do that again. Put it away. I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to stick this on. Right there. Whoops, get that over. Okay. There you go. Again, you have your white piece to put in the middle. Stamp it however you want. Put it in the middle. That's one done. And the blue works exactly the same. Glue your foil piece, the pretty designer series paper. I just love this paper. Glue this down. Glue that down. You need some ribbon. Okay, you get the idea. This is pretty nice and easy. For any of you who haven't seen it, I started a very important stampers, VIS page on Facebook. And so you go to NetteP Stamping and then the VIS, and you have to get an invite to get on there, but I will gladly send you an invite and get you going on it. And then I'd like people to just show me what they're coming up with, how your creations are coming for you. Are things working out right? If you have questions, and if you have some ideas for things to do or things you'd like me to show you, that would be great. I would eventually like to start putting some Facebook Lives on there, but I just haven't. I guess I have stage fright. I just haven't gotten to do that yet. But eventually, I promise I will. I think I'm going to put a link to these videos on there too. And if you know anybody that would be interested in watching the videos, or anybody that would be interested in the kits, please share my information with them. I really appreciate any sharing I can get, any help I can get with getting this business built. I love my customers, and I just keep hoping for more of them. So you can keep me busy, and hopefully I can get on a nice schedule and get everybody working on things, and I can do some more stuff. I want to do more of these kit classes. So let me know how you liked them, if there's something you'd like to see changed with them. I learned a lot from doing the first one. As far as I did not charge postage, and I found out that sending these out is not cheap. So I have to send, I'm going to have to charge postage next time. Unfortunately, it just costs too much to just send them out. And let's see, what else did I learn? I'm going to do porch pickups. So if you live close enough to me that you want to come pick them up, you can do that too. And then there's no charge for postage, obviously. And oh, and I did not include envelopes because I thought that would be something that would raise the price a little bit more. So if you did not like that you didn't get envelopes with your kits, and you think I should add them, and you would not mind paying a little extra for it, send me that comment. Just let me know, because I'm just not sure at this point. Remember, this was my very first try at this, and so we'll see how it goes. So share them around, share my blog, share my Facebook page, share everything. This is the finished product on these cards. Okay, so we made those two, and we made this one. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.